Okay, so I'm here with Mike Hay, and once again he's come up with a brilliant short animated film.
Yeah, cheers.
Even the Rats, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, where to start with this? I mean, you know we love your work. You said something I think quite interesting yesterday, or before we get onto the synopsis, about the time it takes to make this. The hours you put in so far?
Yeah, I think it's good or bad, it's something like 1,200 plus hours.
My goodness, and of course, you're still not quite finished, are you? Or is it, have we haven't finished that?
So when I submitted to you guys, you took a look at it, sort of 75% done.
Right.
And that spurred me on to a deadline to sort of finish most of it by Christmas. And then I did about a 12-second insert.
Oh, so it's done.
It's pretty much done. There's one tiny little thing I'd like to do, and finish the audio mix one more time.
So can you, I mean, we put this in like a music video, which, God, it sounds really, that seems the obvious fit to us, but can you give us some, because I should point out that everything in this film is Mike's, so the whole design, the animation film, the look of it, everything, the music is all your baby.
Yeah.
Can you just give us an idea what the story about, if there is indeed a story?
Well, the story of the film itself is it's like an alien civilization discover like a skull-like artifact.
Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah.
And it's just an excuse to have a bunch of skulls in space. Takes you on a little bit of a journey, so it's kind of like a psychedelic, fun thing, sort of. But then soundtrack with some pretty aggressive, funky, prog metal, synth stuff going on. Again, like the first one though, it was just about getting an idea down and getting it done. I think I've pushed the DIY thing as far as I can with this one. Again, it's never about ego. It's just
you wanted it done. You want to do it.
Yeah. And I enjoyed doing it. Definitely want to do something a bit more tangible, film related next time. VFX though, it's great fun, and you just hammer away at it. But it does take quite a while to get going, and you can't see the wood for the trees sometimes.
So how do you structure the music to the film, or the film to the music?
Well,
is there a process?
Not really. It's just I picked this song, and I'm going to do this story for that track, and that's it. Unfortunately, it was over 5 minutes 40 seconds, so it became a 6 minute. So every second or every minute, it's a day's worth of work more, sort of thing.
Really? So seriously, an extra second? How much work is it?
It depends what it is. So there's a moment halfway through where you drop through like a fractal.
Right.
And that took 4 days just to render 18 seconds worth. That's just leaving it running, rendering on its own. And then the thing kind of kicked it off is I was enjoying playing with particles that move to the rhythm.
Yeah.
So whether folk pick up on it or not, a lot of the particle effects hit on the beat, and some of them actually move to the beat. So cuts are done to tempo, things like that. Just a bit of fun.
Yeah, because you showed me that film yesterday, and you was pointing out that I think it was a French film.
Yeah, well, it's Meat Department who did this Very Noise. Amazing
but the
video.
beats were incredible, weren't they? But you said how a team would make it. So would it? I mean, I assume you're using state-of-the-art Macs. I don't know what you've got.
No, just a PC. It was an HP, but it's geared towards 3D animation.
So
software.
Lots of RAM in there. Nice fast processors.
You can always get more though.
Yeah. Would it speed things up?
Kind of. There's some stuff that would allow me to push a bit harder, a bit faster. Yeah, it's anybody who works in that kind of stuff. You'll never have too much RAM or processing speed.
The speed is because the technological leaps mean it's kind of being way pushed down all the time.
Of
so
course.
you can jump forward, but then I get it. So that when you're saying about the render that took 4 days, does that mean you have a bank of PCs you can carry?
Nope. It was hit render, leave it for 4 days. So
what?
Yeah.
So you've not got other PCs you can be work. Oh god.
So I just left it, but that was the only time that happened. Everything else was sort of more incremental and smaller scenes and work in it for a night and then go through it. But no, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I've tried to sort of invoke the stuff I like the Blade Runner, a bit of Alien. Yeah. If you like sort of cyberpunk type color schemes and all that kind of stuff.
No, it looks fantastic.
I was thinking initially, just make it like a celebration of skulls, almost like Day of the Dead type thing, but sort of more digital. But then I was thinking, there's a story here, maybe, and just sort of eked out a story.
So you're kind of working on the fly a little bit, I suppose, but you've got the advantage of the music because it's not what we'd call a linear narrative, is it? I guess?
Not really. It kind of has a narrative. It kind of starts, and then it goes back in time a little bit during it when he touches the skull to like a flashback almost for where it comes and the energy and all that stuff. But again, a bit like the song or any of the music, I like folk have their own interpretation. So some of my friends who've seen it, they get a sense of the story, but they all have a slightly different interpretation, which is perfect. I don't want to be too on the head about it.
Yeah, so even as the filmmaker, you're not really trying to, it's for them in a way to judge what they think it is.
Yeah, for that particular one, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got an idea for a short film I'm really keen to do next, but that's like a siege movie. It's like, very straightforward kind of narrative to that kind of thing. But this kind of CGI VFX, you know, you can kind of meander all over the place if you want.
And then you literally were at your workstation thinking, oh, I've seen it, this might work.
Yeah, the beauty of it taking far too long to put something like that together, 1,200 hours, near a year and a half. You've got plenty of time to build the story as you go.
1,200 hours, I just can't
Sort
even
of.
imagine that.
But
But it's not straight,
yeah.
I mean, we should point out, you might be working 10 hours a time, but
I think I average 22 hours a week, sometimes it's more. Yeah, on a
Right.
poor week, so if I average somewhere like 20 hours, but then another week I might have done 40 or 50 hours on it, spread through weekends or nights or stuff.
But hang on a minute, if you're doing 21 hours a week, that's 3 hours a day.
Yeah,
That's
can
quite,
be.
that does sound quite like quite, well, you may be doing 1 hour,
Spare
1 hour.
time, yeah,
it's
and
one
then
of your
sometimes straight through weekends doing it, but yeah.
Right,
It's given me
okay.
time to sort of develop it. But again, so like my friend Erland was in the last one,
Yeah.
this painter,
Yeah.
musician. So he has a piece called The Brain of Ymir. So he's like my lucky rabbit's foot, so I wanted to put something of his in this one as well. So the figure at the end with the brain that's sort of
Yeah.
moving, that's based on his painting, Brain of Ymir.
Oh,
as well.
right, okay.
So I always like to sort of seed something else in.
And the music, it's fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I thought it was like a bit drum, but I don't know, it's got a lovely pounding beat to it.
Cool. It's 8-string guitars, so it's pretty beefy sounding as well. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but anybody who likes that kind of music, cool. Good fun.
So you kind of a polymath musician,
Workhorse musician. I think
but you can play multiple instruments.
Yeah, guitar, bass, synth, do a bit of vocals as well. I wouldn't pretend to be great at any of it. Guitarist first. I think I'm pretty good at the guitar, so like that's where most of my ideas have come from. I guess that's where my comfort zone is. So I've been playing guitar since I was 12.
Right.
But everything kind of feeds into it. If you learn recording techniques, some of the software it's not so alien to then go to film editing. And film editing is tempo based in a way. And so there's a lot of stuff that kind of complements it. But none of this is about ego. I'm not interested in doing, a movie by Mike Hayne, he directed it. I don't want to be in it, but I'd love to put something together. And it's like I talked to you about last year, the DIY ethic. I love it. Just go and get something done and try it. Take a swing at it.
Do you know, you remind me of this guy we interviewed earlier, Jay, and he's ex-Cambridge graduate, and it was like classical music, but his instrument is pipe organ, like churches.
right, yeah.
And he made this really interesting music video in collaboration with, there's a couple of guys who works as a team, and it kind of reminds me very much what you're talking about. I know it's different in terms of yours is CGI married to your music, but his is a live action married to his music. But actually, the thing that was very similar is the way you're talking is much the same as it's like, it's not a vanity project, it's not a project about, this is me, it's just we love making films.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to do something that we always wanted to do with my music to it. And it's a very, it's reminding very much of that, and really humble, and it's just lovely to hear,
There's a podcast out there called Loving the Process.
Right.
And I thought, so, filmmakers really are hooking into this idea, just love the process enough, and that should be payment enough, or it should be sort of joy enough in it. Also, I have to give a shout out to my wife, because I didn't thank her last time. She handled the camera in the last one a little bit. So part of last year's success was hers, but this year it's get the dining table back to her. Because I've taken the editing suite out of the recording studio, so it's in the dining table. So she's, right, are you done yet? So she's desperate to get the dining table back.
Honestly was going to say to you, how does your wife feel about all this hard?
She's
this work?
really supportive, really understands it. Music's maybe not her cup of tea, but yeah, she gets it. She's really supportive. Like I say, she handled the camera on the last one, and I didn't thank her. Terrible, but I'm thanking her now.
And what is What is the native resolution? I should have asked you. Is it a 4K you're working on? Is that a way to
It depends what you want to do.
ascribe it to?
Yeah, you can put it in After Effects or then Premiere Pro. You can put it out in 4K, but it's just working in 1920 by 1080, which is
It's
what
still
they call
nice.
2.5. So it's HD,
Yeah.
sort of Blu-ray HD kind of.
But it must be
Seems to
nice
be
when you
okay.
finished it and you can put it like onto obviously we've got HD projectors, but even a big screen TV, it must look pretty stunning.
I checked it out. I did check that out, and before coming down here, and it was like, wow, okay. Because I work on a proper color grading monitor, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then I watched it on like a 60-inch TV or something. It was like, wow, okay, it
And it
still
really
works.
pops off.
Yeah. It was great seeing it yesterday. It was like, wow, it kind of holds up on the big screen.
Well, it's part of the reason as well, as I say, as run to 1080. We've done that because we didn't want to do 720, just thought that was a bit pseudo HD. And you can notice them, you know, when you watch a really nice film and it's running out as 1080, so it's nice. So, now, did you say you're doing a thing about a live action, or did I mishear you?
I've got an idea that won't go away. It's a bit like what happens. So I get an idea and it just won't go away.
Yeah.
So then I kind of have to think, right, I'll see it through, or have a go at it. So yeah, it's like a live action.
Have you done live action then?
The last video was more film, so with VFX in it. No, this next
No, I
one's
mean, sorry, pure, what I mean is pure live action.
just the last video, Thursday Night Basic, that was it. But this one, but that again, so it was
There was some,
music.
So
So this one, no, I wanted like script, you know,
reality
short
people.
film. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's a couple of folk I know I'm thinking of try to pull into it, and yeah, I'll see what happens. So like a little siege movie, again, probably going back to John Carpenter, keep it simple and tight, but have fun with a basic premise.
But that's going to
There's a
be
lot of flip in
interesting to actually do all live action, a scripted, storyboards.
Yeah, storyboards too. We'll see. Hopefully I'm
Exciting.
not eating my words.
Not terrified, but exciting.
Exciting. Again, it's like the DIY thing. It's an idea comes to me and it just won't go away, and I like it, so I want to do it or see it through. So we'll see.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you
Wonderful
very
as
much,
ever to talk to you.
Cheers,
And
man.
thank you for supporting us. Really
Yeah,
means a lot.
it's been a great experience.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great
thank you.
stuff.